Welcome back, guys, to my YouTube channel. And if you don't know who I am, I live in Edinburgh, Scotland, and I do hybrid training. So that's running and lifting at the exact same time. I just done my second half marathon at the Scottish Half Marathon just over a week ago. So it's the following Tuesday. And it went kind of not the way I wanted to. I'll get into that. But starting off, I woke up amazing race morning. I had a really good sleep and I got to lie in. So there's nothing better than that on the race morning. And two reasons I was able to do that. I live 10 minutes down the road from the actual start line and it didn't start till 11. So I got a lie in. So happy days. Once I got up, I had my normal peanut butter and toast with honey. Then I had a coffee just before I left. Once I got to the start line, it was really chaotic. I tried to go to the toilet, but then I couldn't because the portaloos were just rammed. But it was quite good because I went before I left the house. I know this is what we were talking about, but that's kind of one of the good reasons of living really close to the start line. But anyways, so once the race started, I had a pacing strategy that I kind of went slightly faster than I was supposed to. The first 4K, I was supposed to go at 5:30 pace. The start was pretty downhill and the adrenaline was pretty much pumping, but I tried to stay some sort like near my pacing strategy. The first 4K was 5:15 pace, so slightly faster, but not like majorly faster. Like it would be bad if I was starting my first 4K like 5-minute pace, for example. But because I was going slightly faster than my originated plan, I continued that 5:15 pace till kilometre 16. Because after that, you went through Long Nidri, then went down onto the coast. So once I got down on the coast, this was just after 6K. I started putting myself through the paces, trying to go go faster and faster all the way down to 5-minute pace. So I was sitting about 5 minutes to 5:05 till about kilometre 13. Then I realised I've got to start putting myself through the paces. So that's when I was going sub 5-minute kilometres. Then suddenly, basically at kilometre 14, I had an energy sweet. So I had these during the Edinburgh Half Marathon, and I'd done that through that training block. I used them, through that training block, but I didn't, however, use it in this training block, what was probably a bad idea because I've not used them in a while. So I think I had 2 of them, and then I was just sick. Like, there's no other way to put it, let's just say. I was just sick, and then once I was sick, I continued to feel sick. So it was like running and walking. And then I met my dad about, I want to say 16K. He was there. I had a banana and he had some extra water for me to have. What was really good to have his support. He was cycling alongside me basically from there to the finish because I was not in a good way. I was running and walking. Like I'd run for like not even 100 meters and then I'd have to walk again because my stomach was just not in a good way whatsoever. I just felt like I was constantly going to throw up again, and I was not in a good place whatsoever. I tried so hard to push on. I can't actually believe how I finished that race, to be brutally honest. I was just not in a good way whatsoever, but it is what it is. But I think what just really puts me off is that how you do all this training, because I'd done, as I said earlier, that I'd done my 20-week training plan, then went into this training plan. That's the annoying part, is how you do all this training and then one mistake basically puts you out of a race. But I don't want to say it puts me out of a race because I completed it and all, but it's just I didn't get anywhere near the time obviously I wanted because I had to walk/run the final 5k, 6k. But I did eventually finish in a time of 2 hours, 6 minutes and like 30 seconds, something like that. But we've got a lot to look forward to. I've got the Edinburgh Marathon next year in May. So the next 4 months, I'm going to prioritise basically trying to put on as much muscle in the gym as possible. But I will keep my running up, however. So I will be doing 2 runs a week. So I won't be doing my usual 3 runs a week because I only do that when I'm in training. So try to get faster and stuff like that. But I'll be doing my 8k midweek run and then a long run. But I'll only be doing a long run like every 2 weeks, let's just say. Because I can't be doing a long run every week. I don't want to get injured. So then the week that I'm not doing the long run on my Sunday run, I'll do like a 10 or 12k, something like that. But yeah, guys, I'm looking at races beforehand. I don't know if I'll do a race before the end of 2026 or early 2027 before the marathon, because I will be doing a half marathon before I do the marathon. So hopefully I can try get that goal of 1 hour and 45 minutes, because it's just not really gone well for me so far. But I'm going to keep on pushing. I'll keep on posting videos, and I post basically every couple of days on Instagram and TikTok. So if you wanna keep watching my content and you enjoy what I'm talking about and enjoying what I'm doing, check out those pages. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Pretty much the Scottish Half Marathon 2026. Right, so the video wasn't as long as I thought it would be. So let's go get a pump.
I try to leave, 'cause we both know what we choose. If you pull, then I'll push too deep, and I'll fall right back to you. 'Cause you are the piece of me I wish I didn't need. Chasing relentlessly, still fight, and I don't know why. This tragedy, wonder you my remedy. This tragedy, wonder you my remedy.
good session actually, but after I done Smith incline press, literally my head felt like it got hit by a rock in that last rep. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I burst a blood vessel or something, but hopefully it's nothing serious. We'll see how I feel in the morning. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talked about Scottish Half and then today's gym session.